I'm now at one of my favourite bits of Tatton Park. I'm at the Japanese garden. And there, on an island surrounded by a lovely higgledy-piggledy lake, is a little Shinto temple. And apparently this garden was constructed This garden was constructed in 1910 and is recognised as being a good example of a Japanese garden in Europe. Sorry, I can't divert those planes. Oh, that I had such power. Sorry, there's a rope to stop us going any further and I got my foot caught in it. So there are lots and lots of changes in height with steps joining the levels and little resting seating areas, statues. And I will come again when the trees are in leaf, because there are beautiful red-leaved acers here. Statues of cranes. And I always like that little ziggly-zaggly path going from one side of the water to another. I've never liked straight lines. I always prefer zigzags or curves. And I've actually got a couple of crane statues in my garden. Not that I've ever been to Japan, and I think looking at my cranes and at this garden will be the nearest that I will ever come. I would love to get access into the garden, but I suppose if you ask, there might be times when you can get permission. But as I haven't asked, then I don't stand unearthly, do I? Unless I jump over the fence. Me getting over this cane fence by jumping is something of a huge contradiction in terms. Ooh, this apparently is the waiting pavilion. Guests were invited to wait in the area whilst the garden and tea ceremony were being prepared for their visit. For VIPs, this involved the process of wetting the garden to ensure it was seen at its best. Oh, the cranes represent age, as the presence of a crane adds 1,000 years to a garden and to the life of anyone who gazes upon it. Flying high and being far-sighted, the crane represents human spirit. Sorry, the bit I was pointing at, that is the waiting pavilion. This black and white bit is the actual tea house. And apart from a window at the top to allow light in, the only other window faces east to the rising sun and looks onto the Shinto shrine. Yes, it looks along the waterway to the shrine. I love these weather-worn statues with the moss cappings. And there's a typical Japanese lantern on its arched stand. It's easy to miss such detail later in the year when the trees are in full leaf. And again, stepping stones going across the water. Somebody coming, so I'll break off and make another recording over the other side. Speak to you soon. Bye.